if you're anything like me, a few times a week, maybe you catch yourself thinking, what would it take to put myself out there just a little bit more, to express a little bit more of what it is I actually feel? What would change about my life if I had the courage to be more confident? So many of us are in spaces or situations where we feel the need to shrink or to play small. There's a gap that exists between how we present ourselves and what we actually deep down know to be true. Yes or no? It is June, which is Pride Month, and that is a time to remind ourselves to embrace audaciously who we are and to accept who we are. Every leader, whether you're part of the queer community or you love someone who is, because queer, the word, just means different, right? And by that math, all of us are a little queer. All of us are a little different. Today's episode is about how we can all really own that and step into the power of that and believe that. Our guest is Colin Bedell. He's a globally recognized astrologer and the creator of Queer Cosmos, where he blends science and spirituality into something you can actually use day to day. He writes for magazines like Cosmo and Them. He's a best-selling author, and maybe you have seen him on the reality show Written in the Stars.
Astrologer and relationship guru, Colin Bedell.
The beauty of astrology is it points people back to what they know to be true about themselves.
He also happens to be the first boy I ever loved. Yes, Colin was my high school boyfriend. And more than 20 years later, okay, we are still dear friends. We're living proof. You don't have to be hating all your exes. Colin is also one of those people that can bring out the queer Latino New Yorker in me. Okay, so fair warning, there's a whole lot of Long Island energy up in this conversation. So wherever you are, driving, folding laundry, having lunch between meetings, I want you to come laugh with us and get the pep talk you need to be just 10% more proud of who you are this week. That's the invitation. Courage is a skill, and that means it can be learned and it compounds, okay? So the more you use it, the more you've got. And the people around you, they catch it too. So that's where we're going. We're going to get some more confidence and some more courage this Pride Month. Let's go, baby. I hope you enjoy the episode. I see you. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Mwah. Love you. Let's go.
Is my watch in focus? How's the watch?
How about your microphone? Why don't you put it towards you? You know how to do this.
I just wanted to serve a look. Julio, that is literally our whole relationship right there. What? I'm like, am I pretty? And you're like, get productive.
Like, come on now. Stop it.
Stupid.
Okay. Part of the reason why I love Colin and his work is he is just audaciously him and he's willing to put himself out there. So I'm going to show you, we're going to clip a video and put it here of what he does on Instagram. He just gets up there and he shakes his tush. Like he puts it out there.
Absolutely.
And me and so many people look at that video and I'm sure what they do is they just smile and all over their body.
They're all smiling. They're probably like, who does this bitch think she is?
Maybe a little bit of that too. But there's also it's almost hard not to want to feel energy rush through your body. Just like the movement, the song. You like, you watch it and then you're like, oh wow. Like if he can do that, I could do that too.
Fuck yeah.
But it's interesting. Like that, there's the voice in the head that's like, oh no, don't do that.
Yeah.
What are people gonna think? What are people gonna say?
Yes. Yeah. No, I know. And you know what? I also get extremely worried before I post those videos, because I was like, what the hell did I just do? Dancing in my underwears, in my intimates, and sneakers on in the house. In my astrology, right, we all have a little bit of a propensity for a certain instinct. I'm a Leo rising, and what that means is I do that shit almost with this in mind, because as you know, as gay boys, we have been rejected and ridiculed our whole fucking lives. And I was always the first one to dance at the middle schools, the bat mitzvahs, the fucking sweet 16s, the proms, and this and that. And I never let none of those motherfuckers stop me from wanting to get up there and verbally, physically express myself. I also came from a dancing family. My family's not like trained or choreographed in any way, but if you watch any of those like old school VHS wedding tapes and anniversary tapes from the 90s, my family was dancing.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh,
so it was just a part of my family culture. And so that's why I do that, is both to be like, right? And also, you motherfuckers are never going to stop me. Because, by the way, you're nothing but a punk-ass critic sitting behind that fucking phone wishing you were tough. And you're not. So I'm going to sit up here. I'm going to dance my motherfucking ass off. Sneakers on, bulge flailing, hair, God only knows what.
Yeah.
But I'm going to dance to Oops, I Did It Again. And you're going to sit there and you're either going to love it or you're going to get some fucking taste.
Wow.
Bitch.
I want to go back to the gay thing for a second.
Good. The gay thing, what about it?
Because I was just talking with my mom yesterday about...
Shout out to Gay Lynn. Shout out to Virgo Queen.
We were trying to...
Behind the motherfucking screen. Good. Sorry for cursing, G. Go ahead.
No, that's okay, bro. That's okay. We were trying to trace where, like... I just, when I have so much rage and anger, where does it come from? Where did it originate?
Aries moon.
And one of the things that really prominent is the schoolyard at Bay Avenue Elementary. I just remember being with Jade, my Puerto Rican girlfriend, and Nakia, my black girlfriend, and it's the three of us. And I just remember being so bullied in elementary school. It just hit me like a ton of bricks while I was talking to her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I realize where this rage and this real anger comes from, especially when someone else is marginalized. Because you're making fun of me, it's one thing, but then you're making fun of my friends, and now I've turned into a different person, and I can feel that. And I'm like, wow,
that's good.
That's actually really interesting. I hadn't quite attributed so much of it to the bullying, but that was a big component for us.
It was. And again, not to astrology everything, but you being an Aries moon, you are deeply connected to rage. You are deeply connected to anger because it's instructive. It doesn't always give the best data and directive, but sometimes it's telling you something. It's informative, sometimes instructive. So yeah, you should always ask yourself, like, what is this anger? What is this injustice that I'm really fueled by? So you and your Puerto Rican and black friends were ridiculed or bullied.
All of us. Yeah, it was. And so there was a lot of this tension, you know, in elementary school. I mean, it got serious. My mom even like went to the freaking Latin Society. She went to she gave speeches and so forth. And like, it was a whole thing. But I just remember it being like, oh, wow. Like, I used to get made fun of for the glasses, for the this and that. And that's where a lot of my rage came from. And so when I'm at work, fast forward, I'm at work and there's some dude who's about to lay off a whole team of good people or about to undercut somebody or kill a project that we've been working so hard on. And there's all these people on the line. All of a sudden, I'm no longer, I'm like, oh, we need to have a conversation.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're Julio.
I'm gonna fuck somebody up.
These bitches.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't realize the implications of the decision you're about to make. You have not thought through this. Boom. And then, but some bitches didn't like that.
That's all right.
And that's all right.
And a lot of them are gonna fucking like that, because that's the other thing about fire. Yeah. Is it's like, yo, no one likes to find out from an Aries, like, hey, honey, you are fucking this up. I'm mad at you, this and that. Like, but fire is like a kind of almost intentionally like explosive, politically incorrect. You're going to hear this and you're going to hear this now. Yeah. Because we can't all be, you know, polite and, you know, and I'm pretty sure somebody was just talking about all over the internet recently about how like politeness is a tool of white supremacy. Just be polite. You know, we just have to have that corporate energy, right? You know, respectability, When like actually, you know, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck all this nonsense, and fuck the horse you came in on too, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Flip the fucking table and you're out.
It's not work. Yeah.
But then obviously it's impossible to do that because then you lose your all of this. But no, what we're talking about is the fire element. And the astrology is asking for us to turn it back on, use it instructively, and normalize the fact that if you have strong Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements in your chart, which you do, the last few years have not necessarily been amenable. So again, try not to bring that sense making of like, well, Colin can do it. You know, it's hard for me. I'm late. Why not me? Whatever. It's just, it hasn't been the time. In 2026, there will be, for the first time in quite a while, almost 15 years, an influx of fire energy in the contemporary astrology. So for people who are listening who maybe have wanted to be brave and wanted to take more risks and tell a wide truth, yes, there were some moments since 2012 that supported that, but actually not really. So no one's late. No one's behind.
You're right on time.
You're right on time.
Yeah.
But we're about to take off really soon. So the sooner people get ready, the better for that.
Wow.
So we're talking about fire energy here.
Yeah, I feel that fiery energy. And sometimes I'm like, is that from my upbringing or is it just part of who I am? But I've come to realize it's both. It's part of who I am.
And what you don't even know you are, which is a spiritual being.
Yeah.
You know you're spiritual, right? But you don't know, you didn't know, even though I've told you about how Aries and Sagittarius you are since 2005.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about your spiritual, your cultural, your biological, your biographical narrative. You are incredibly fiery. And that's a great thing.
I always have been.
Always.
You heard it. You heard it right here.
Yeah.
You heard it right here.
Always this bitch. Always doing too much, talking too much. No,
I really was, though.
I love it, though.
I was fiery.
I love it. You were.
I was really
And this
fiery.
is what I love about astrology, because if you were my child, I'd have been like, yeah, go ahead. Let these bitches know. Work on your delivery, but let these motherfuckers know, because you're a fire sign.
Yes. And that is what happened in my life. I did not always have the right delivery, but now I have learned. I've gotten and I'm still learning. I'm still going to fuck it up. And that's interesting, because one of the things that's connected to me not putting myself out there like you is as much, I would say, to the extent that you do, is because I'm still worried about messing up, what that's going to mean for me, you know?
That's okay.
And I think that's a microcosm of a larger issue. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't want to speak the truth. They don't want to put it out there. And that's what you do. You speak truth.
Oh, Julio,
don't you? Come on. Yes. Yes, you do. You try. You speak from the heart.
Thank you, sweetheart. But I just want to say, like, I'm scared to do it every single time.
You are.
Okay.
Tell us about that. What do you mean? So, like, before you get to you doing a video where you're looking at the camera with your microphone and you're communicating a message to people, what's going through your mind moments before you're doing it?
No one's going to watch this. This is ridiculous. Why does anybody care? I sound incoherent. I've completely lost the plot. Yeah, the inner critic is loud as hell. But I think, what is... I forgot who said it, but courage is just faith. That's fear that said its prayers or something, and so I'm like, I know, but, and I just kind of have to like white knuckle it a little bit. But no, I'm constantly ruminating over, does this even make sense? And I'm talking too fast and this is too long and nobody cares. And why do I bother? So it's not like that voice ever goes away, but I've just become that much more in the habit of speaking anyway. Because that's really all it is at this point now, is it's a habit that I've accumulated for quite a while. And we've spoken about how I have not always been so proficient in telling the truth. And so it's something that's hard earned that now is a bit more habitual, and I've sustained momentum with it.
And because you believe truth is it the unlock? Is it why is your attention focused on truth specifically?
I wouldn't even know if it is truth, it's service. I think I'm really committed to integrating scientific and spiritual information in service to other people's transformation. And that is the truth.
That is the truth. Yeah.
But it's a matter of finding my way into it, my angle into it. And the truth is, you can attest to this, I've studied scientific and spiritual dimensions of personal development since I was 12 years old.
Yes, he has. He's been on this shit for a long time. A long fucking time.
Yeah, to the point where like you would be like, if you don't zip it already about the law of attraction and the secret in astrology,
But it's interesting because there was a big part of myself that wanted to be right, and I wanted certainty and rightness over what is this thing to believe in.
Yeah.
But now as I've gotten older, I realize like, I see. I understand that desire to want certainty and want to know everything. But there's also there's an undercurrent to life. I think about that, in physics, the light chart. And I just always think about that there's such a small spectrum of the light spectrum that you can actually see with the visible eye. But beyond that, there's a lot of stuff, radioactive, microwaves. It doesn't mean it's not there. You just, you can't see it, but it exists.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's not something that we're conscious of, not
Yeah.
taught. I don't know. Or you refuse it, you
Both,
challenge
all
it.
of it,
all of that.
all of it. Because we live in such a, spiritual information has been taken out of the public square steadily for 50 years.
Intentionally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because in a lot of ways, like it was designed theoretically, in the United States for inclusion, right? So separation of church and state, keep it over there, keep it over
there,
here.
yeah,
Fair, right?
Yeah.
But then it's really interesting, I would say since the 80s, which is really when I think it kind of began, we've just lost any kind of ability to discuss mystery, faith, awe, uncertainty. We had those systems in place almost too far with certain institutionalized religious organizations who provided clarity, context, and ritual to make sense of the unknown, but they've completely abdicated their position with so many different stigmas and scandals, etc. So we're just all in a deep spiritual crisis. But I would say that your tenacity for clarity is welcome in discourse, right? Because what you were exacting was a level of explanation and insight. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Left too far, it's the need for certainty and control. But at the table of spiritual conversation, it's needed.
I see.
Yeah. For the people that are watching, I hate to be this girly, but please get your routines and rituals in place.
Yeah.
I know for sure.
Yeah, it's a practice.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't have a meditation, journaling, and ritual practice.
And I know people are going to listen to this and say, yeah, I know I need to do this.
Yeah.
But I'm too busy. When do I find the time?
Then
I
don't
was
complain.
that person.
Then that's where that's where I'm going to be a cat.
I never had the time.
Yes, you do. You're not making it.
Yeah.
Push past that.
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing as almost like your spiritual trainer here is like we're ripping that muscle apart and we're going to do it through reps and challenging. You can make the time, even if it's 2 minutes once a week.
Even if it's 2
I'm not
minutes.
asking for 90 minutes every day.
Right.
I worked as a waiter.
Right.
I worked 2.5 jobs. I get it.
Right.
Right. But if you're not making time where there is none, then don't complain. Because I wanted to experiment with what I was learning from A Course in Miracles, what I was learning from astrology, what I was learning from the Astro Twins, which was, okay, so if I just ask God for help right away in the morning, close my eyes for 2 minutes, I'll be okay. Like A Course in Miracles is this beautiful line that says 5 minutes spent with the Holy Spirit every day is enough to guarantee its influence on your thought form throughout the day. So right there I heard, okay, so if I just close my eyes for 5 minutes at a time and ask, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say and to whom? I'm giving my consciousness over to the most powerful intelligence there is to guide me to the circumstances, situations, events, and relationships that serve my highest good and all people involved.
Yeah.
And I can't make 5 minutes to do that.
Oof. Preach.
So I don't want to hear it.
No, that feels right.
To me and to others. And I'm talking mostly to me, right? Because I don't want to challenge people too much. But my astrology is designed to help people, in a sense, push past their perceived inaccurate limits. Just like we do when we're physically working out, right? Like we don't want it. We can't even imagine doing 2 more reps.
No,
and then the muscles tear.
No, you're right.
We hate it. They rip, they come back, and we're stronger. So that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about spiritual exercise.
Yeah.
Yes, you can make 5 minutes a week.
Yeah.
Small goals only. Keep it consistent. And then you will find yourself complaining less.
Yeah. And it compounds. I mean, you shared that with me a year or two ago, that same invitation in the morning. And I actually had a Post-it note and I do it. And it's amazing what happens when you get still enough to allow the space for it. It just so happens that things start to download. It turns out that when you leave space for your heart to communicate with you, things come up and open and out, and it becomes clear where you are intended to be.
Exactly. No,
it really does.
That, in a sense, it makes me want to cry because it's just wow, and this is what I learned from Dr. Lisa Miller in her book, is that she did an MRI study. And she learned that in the adult brain, there's a part of the brain that lights up when we are being loved, touched, or held by a caregiver, a partner. And that same part of the brain is lit up when we're in prayer. So when I'm just empty and receiving and trying to ask, please use me today, I am being held by a spiritual figure that loves me, guides me, and wants me to know I'm never alone. Everybody can do that. Mm-hmm. And the sooner we know that it is that free and that available, the less we can stop with the fucking nonsense that we tell ourselves and really just drop into that. I can't do that for people. You can't do that for me.
You have to do it for yourself.
That's Aries.
Yeah, you got to do it.
And please do it. You will see miraculous results.
Yeah. And I love that you're sharing that, because that's especially relevant for a lot of you who are so busy.
Yes.
All of us, I feel.
But then you're too busy. Let me be a cat moon cunt. Then you're too fucking busy.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Too busy.
Right.
Figure it out.
And then don't complain.
Yeah.
Because then if you really have no white space in your calendar, you are too busy.
Yeah. And
but if you work for a job and they demand things of you, that's kind of different.
Yeah, but even still though, like I used to pride myself on being back to back all day long, and I deal with this with clients. You're back to back from 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Where have you left time to eat, to breathe, to reflect, to actually try and design your life in such a way that you can go to less meetings because you've done the pre-work to prepare and communicate to your team such that they can take ownership of stuff and you can step back a little bit.
Right.
But there is and this happens all the time. When you do an assessment of your meetings, it's like, do you need to be in these? You could probably drop from 25, 30%, but you don't, because there's a sense of a loss of control. I haven't prepared for it. I don't trust something in this situation.
Trust being the word here.
Yep. So it's like, okay, let's explore that.
Yeah.
Let's get to the root of that. And then that frees up time elsewhere. Yeah.
And I like that you're challenging them there, because I think people need that. And I would also kind of challenge people to say, like, okay, so if you're that busy and you're not even taking care of yourself, like, what about your relationships? Because what's the sole determinant of our life quality?
Yes.
Not how busy we are during the day.
Yes.
Right? So there's also that as well. There's research into something called undersociality.
How you know all this research? How you know every book, every fucking doctor? You know everything.
No, I don't.
Oh my God. We got GBT right here. We got College GBT right here.
No, I just really love Dr. Lori Santos.
You're good.
She teaches out of Yale.
You're an academic. You're an academic.
I do have a master's degree.
You
so
do.
You know what?
Yes, you do.
It's in fashion. Which is a serious, credible discipline. Anyway, yeah. There you go. So that's, I love learning from Dr. Lori Santos out of Yale, Dr. Lisa Miller out of Harvard. I have my scholars, and they're just opening me up to lots of other studies. But the one about undersociality is the fact that we just systematically and consistently undervalue social connection.
Yes.
Because I have all these meetings and I'm so busy, and it's like,
no, it's true.
Figure out a way to say no.
Yeah.
And then go drop in with your friends and connect with your people. That's going to bolster you so much more than these stupid fucking meetings. Take regulation for your time, take control of your no, and be like, I'm unable to do that. Call your sister and see your friends and family, because that's the only thing that's going to matter.
So what are you focused on improving with your life right now? Like, how does all the way the astrology is playing out this year, how does that impact you and your life right now?
Like, what's my goal for improvement? I'll
tell
you what, I've done some really, really hard but healing work with my family, particularly about a pretty serious trauma from early childhood. And the work that I'm doing now is positioning this Colin within me that told the absolute scariest truth he could have told to them. Right? And making sure that this Colin, who is able to speak up and tell the truth faster, like, is safe, is settled, and taken care of. Because Julio, you know better than anybody, I have worked very hard to bring this level of candor into my character. And because I did not always know how to do that deliberately. I would intentionally deceive people. I'm not proud of that, but I've healed from it. And so what I'm working on now is just making sure that this person who I fought really hard for is home.
Yeah. And I think, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I think that's the invitation for all of us right now, is to more deeply connect to the truth. You got to wrap words around what really happened.
Yeah.
No one's saying you got to sit in it and live in it. You know, Jennifer Lewis was saying the other day, and she's just so comical.
The Jennifer Lewis? The Aquarius?
Is it the...
She's the actress? The mother of Black Hollywood?
Yes.
I love what she said.
She said, you need to do something about your pain, because if you sit in shit too long, it stops smelling. And then you don't even realize you're in shit anymore. So you need to talk to people. You need to do something with that pain, because if you don't do anything with that pain, it's like the shit stops, you're in it and it stops smelling. And it's like, yeah, that's, you got to look, you got to move through it. You got to understand it, but then you got to move through it. Yeah. You can't sit in it. Nice. She is so funny, that woman. Honey. Bless her.
Queen. I know when I forgot who was interviewing her, but somebody asked her, like, are you like this every day? Do you remember what she said?
No.
Every fucking day.
Although I feel like you are you when you're with me versus when you're on Instagram. Like I see that, like you are the same person. Maybe you don't always see that, but I see that too. And I feel like that's the money. I felt like that way with Oprah too. Like you see Oprah on TV and then you meet her and I'm like, oh my God, it's the same thing. There's no act that she's putting on. She's the same. Right. She has the same vibe. It's the same energy.
Yes. What's interesting, I just want to say, is that you've mentioned 2 Aquarius women so far.
Oh, you and Oprah?
Bitch, I'm a fucking Gemini. You see? This is why we're not together. Because he don't even know my sun sign. He don't even know that I'm a motherfucking Gemini. That's why I broke up with his stupid ass. No. So
I mentioned 2.
Jennifer Lewis and Oprah are both Aquarius women, and you're an Aquarius rising.
Ooh.
So hello, we're drawn to people who represent our astrology because they're here to teach us something.
Okay.
No, I would agree.
Oh, that's a profound, by the way. They're here to teach us. So we see some of ourselves in that, which is why we're drawn to that. Yes. It makes sense.
Yes. I love watching Leo women do their thing.
Oh, interesting.
Because I'm a Leo rising. So I like watching Leos do their fucking thing. Because I'm like, ooh, yeah, taking down notes.
Ooh,
but for this, I think that, like, I started working for myself younger than you.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of a half a step ahead, just in not trying to, like, read the room and adjust and this and that. I definitely feel like I am even more unapologetically dangerous than I've ever been.
Yeah.
To your credit.
Yeah.
But there is a dimension to me that only you can unlock. That is true. I'll say that. That is absolutely true. And I think it's our shared history.
Yeah.
I also think it's like the New York connection, the New York energy. It's just, it's a sense of humor.
That's something that I've always seen, I've always had clearly, but some of that was stripped out in tech. Like people didn't like that.
Because they're boring and they don't have a fucking sense of humor.
Yeah, they did not like that.
Plus,
it's you got to be serious here. No laughing. There's always a part of me that has, the minute I make a decision, like let's say I'm going to post this thing on Instagram. I've just started more posting more regularly.
Good. Because you better show off those earrings, honey. For the earrings alone.
Oh, shit. Let me tell you something. After we did Braving Big Tech, 14 months, 70
earrings.
pages, 15 interviews. This was so arduous. I thought this is what it must feel like to make a fucking diamond.
Right.
This is what it feels like. You need a lot of pressure and heat and force and tension and hardship. And eventually you get there. And so I was like, I want to look at myself every motherfucking day in the mirror. I got diamonds and I love them. At first I thought they were a little too, of course my critic was like, they're too big. Go and get smaller sizes.
But whose voice is that? Is that your father's?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? And I get it.
And tech bros.
Oh, fuck them all the way. Those
tech
ugly, micro penis, fucking boring, flat, no personality, fucking no sense of humor. Don't listen to anything they have to say.
Listen, some of them are sexy though.
They are not. They are
that Patagonia vest.
They have absolutely no flavor. And they just like all talk like this and like, yeah, right? Like we should just bring it back to the Q1. Shut the fuck up.
Come on. They got nice Rivians, a little Patagonia membership.
I don't even know what that is. What the fuck is a Rivian? A car?
No, but it's true. I did.
Is that a car?
Yes, it's an electric car.
Oh, please.
It's an electric car. All electric.
Whatever. Ugly.
Yeah, there's
Ugly.
definitely. Well, as I reflect on where I'm blocked here, which is in being more confident communicating what I want to share online, part of it is like when you're in this tech bro corporate system and you feel like a minority in the system, there is that politeness.
Yes.
That,
Bitch, you are a fucking Ecuadorian Italian American from Long Island, New York. What the fuck are you doing? Thinking that you need to act like those flat, boring, fucking granola, no personality, fucking wouldn't know energy or rhythm if it bit them in their fucking small penis. Why are you acting like them? You don't want to be like them.
There's a story that is eroding, but there is a story that was accumulated that means success.
Because guess what? They probably knew right away, even if you were flat monotone, this motherfucker got a big dick. Bitch,
ooh-wee.
Yes or
we
no?
Gotta bleep that out.
No, don't.
Bleep that
Ricky,
out. I'm gonna
keep
cross
that
my legs.
shit the
Cross
fuck in. I bet you. And you were just trying, you were acclimating, assessing, whatever, and you still made him jealous. So you might as
they didn't like it. They didn't like it.
Make them jealous and kick that shit up by being the truth of who you are.
And that's it.
And just going like, yeah, I won the genetic lottery, bitch.
There you go. When I went to coaching school, there were a few women in the school class, because there's always so many women in coaching, that would tell me that.
Shout out to the women.
Shout out to the women. Okay,
that are doing the motherfucking
doing
work.
Their inner work. And they would be like, yo, you got BDE. They would tell you got BDE.
Exactly.
I was like, okay, baby, you want a coaching package? Okay.
But it's waist up. It's waist up, Dawn. It's waist up, honey.
Waist up.
I mean, the
unless
VIP
you got an
premium
Amex Platinum.
package. Yeah, right.
If you got a platinum, you can unlock benefits.
And it's waist down.
Premium tier
But
coming
it's just
soon.
pictures.
Hello, coming. The Collective is coming soon. No, this will be one of them fucking documentaries on HBO with life coach cults.
Listen, bitches be horny.
No, but I have to. Yes.
So if they just want to see your dick and learn from you.
I know.
Oh well.
I know.
Oh well.
I know. I can't help it if they want it.
You got it. You got to serve the customer.
You got to serve the
You
customer.
really got to put the customer first.
And that's why I wanted you here, because you bring out my inner ratchet.
1,000%.
You bring out the ratchet.
Because, bitch, the high school we went to, you know what I mean? PapMed isn't really known for its sophistication.
I know.
It's really not. And that's why I love it, though, because it's like blue collar, civil service, just bitches trying to make a fucking living.
That's right, baby.
You know, an honest job. That's
right. That's where we come from.
Exactly.
We come from that.
It's true.
We don't come from no Paris Hilton and Malibu shit over there.
No, never.
Okay.
No,
you go on the Upper West Side over here, these kids are going to school in Cadillac Escalades.
Stop.
Yeah, no, we didn't have that kind of life.
No.
Shoot.
No, we really didn't.
No,
and
we
like,
did not.
I'm so glad, but also.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that. But you know what? I do think that there's some humility, there's some resilience that comes with that. There's some, a little rough around the edges.
But for me, it's the comedy. Like the blue collar comedy is supreme.
Well, it's funny. Everybody's saying that. You got to do the Long Island. Like, you're so Long Island. Like, when your accent, when you talk and whatever.
I'm telling you. And then, like, here we are sitting on this fucking cultural context of comedy that can make us coin. We're like, oh, let me be really serious and, sound like William.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like William.
For Q2, we're reporting our metrics for Q2.
Oh, my God. Yes, we're just going to get started. We're just going to hop in.
We're going to wait 1 second until more people join the call. Hey, Richard, can I present?
Okay, right. Can you, I just need screen sharing.
I just need you to unmute for a second. God, those things are so boring. I bring so much energy to those rooms, too. I loved it. I always brought energy in the room.
Remember when we went to the Google holiday party and we were like getting the whole party started?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Shaking a motherfucking
get that party started.
Asses. Because we learned in Cherry Grove in 2005.
That's right. And it's contagious. People want to come. People want that. People want that shit.
1,000%.
The arrows.
The arrows. The confidence.
Aries, the arrows. The confidence.
Exactly.
The confidence. But the journey for me has been finding it for myself. I think I got so beat down that I was like, I lost connection to it.
It's okay.
And this has been the journey of finding that, reconnecting. The
hero's journey.
Yeah. You get knocked down, you slowly get back up, and you realize, okay, little micro practices every day, consistently over the course of years to get to this point. Years. This was not a program I took or a pill or whatever. This was years of work to get, and it's still a daily practice.
Same.
I mean, if I don't make time to meditate, I notice my life, I still get by. It's just not as enhanced. My life doesn't feel as enhanced when I don't make time for that.
And then you really have to ask yourself too, right? Like, is there a connection between, oh, okay, so could I really do well and have, you know, the privilege of all this success and personal development if my systems aren't locked and ready to go?
Right.
Probably not.
And you know, that's kind of how I feel now, where I'm taking my time, because I've already played that game where I want to get to the top and get the hottest brand name and have money and And now I'm like, okay,
slow down.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. Take your time. Truly. Be intentional. Be thoughtful.
And or you don't got to be for everybody. Like, that's fine.
I don't have to be for everybody.
You really don't.
I'm not for everybody. And that's okay.
And that's okay. And you can't be, and you shouldn't be. Yeah. Says the fire energy.
Yeah.
Right. Be there for you, and the right people will come along. And the bad bitches especially, because they can see a real one from a mile away.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's what I've noticed too. Is like,
say more. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, just real quick.
Tell the people.
Real motherfucking quick. I do worry sometimes about my own presentation on the internet, you know, because I'm very grateful that I get the keynote invitations and speaker opportunities within American astrology conferences, which are not necessarily planned or organized as if it's an academic conference, but kinda.
Yeah.
You know, right? So I always get a little nervous, like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, how far am I going to take? Like, never getting those invites again, you know?
Right.
And I think that there have probably been, I'm sure, you know, astrologers who think I'm too much or not serious enough or not, you know, credible in that way. But it's interesting. So the astrologers that I've really connected to are the ones who just exude a level of like competence, creativity, and charisma. And when they see me doing my thing, it's like they all kind of have the same reaction. I imagine them with like this long pink boa, and they just go like this, and then they look at me and they go, "You go, girl." And it's like, that's the energy. Anybody who like does a little bit like this, okay, sure. Maybe I said something cringy. Maybe I, you know, went a little too far, whatever. But if you're giving
maybe
this,
your underwear is too revealing.
Well, they wouldn't be doing that then. And so the fuck what? It's my body, bitch.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So the fuck what?
That's right. So the fuck what?
Right. Really, I'll whip this shit out so fucking fast. I'll give you a real reason to get pissed off.
Oh,
no, really though.
Shoot. Damn, you'll be walking home crooked.
Okay. Hey. No, so, and look, again, I'm not here for everybody. I'm not trying to impress others. And I have perceived what looked like, you know, a little bit of criticism and disdain and this and that. But at the end of the day, I just look at it honestly as more of a reflection on them. I think that, I don't know, this might be like psychologically really unsound, but because I'm confident, which I've worked really hard for, it's not in me to critique and be a nasty, mean-spirited
person,
critic.
Yeah.
It's not in me.
Well, yeah.
Because and when I say ugly, I mean in energy. I would never mean like physicality.
No, and you've always been
ever been
no,
like
you've
that?
always been a
No.
very positive, very considerate.
Because then
seeing
you're telling
the best
on yourself.
in the situation.
You tell on yourself.
Yeah. You tell on yourself.
When you're judgmental and critical, unnecessarily so, you're basically saying, I'm insecure.
Yes. Hear that, because that is so profound. Notice after this conversation, notice where you jump to judge and critique someone else, something else, and get curious.
Yes. And you could say, like I've heard a few clinicians talk about this, that we judge others where we are the most susceptible to shame.
Yes.
So if other people are susceptible to shame around performance, laughter, song, and dance, the energy that I really like to bring, then I'm going to be met with this. But now I know just from your micro expression that you have an insecurity and shame there.
Yes.
And I'm not going to get too angry about it. I'm just kind of going to go, all right, clocked.
And I check myself on that now, because I used to do that. And then what I didn't realize is how toxic it is, because when you're doing that in a micro kitchen with 2 other staff, you're communicating a message to those people about what kind of person you are.
Exactly. Why would you do that?
Why would you do
Why
that? This is the one who runs his mouth. He's judgmental. What is he saying about me when I'm not in the room? Like,
Definitely
is this guy trustworthy?
friendly.
All of a sudden, I've just eroded the trust because I'm sitting there talking shit about other people.
Bingo.
And I think there's a lot of people talking shit about each other online, in person, behind each other's back. And it's
good.
like,
it's good for the algorithm. It's good for the tabloids, the clicks,
the tabloids, all of that. But it's really not good for our soul, our spirit. That's bad spiritual hygiene.
Period. And then the more you do that, I'm going to be real. The more you do that, you might have a quick burst of like success, visibility. Sure.
Yeah.
It is never sustainable because no one's going to want to be around you.
No.
They're going to smell it quickly.
Yes, it smells like shit.
It does.
It reeks, and people know. You can feel it vibrationally.
1,000%.
You smell that shit.
You do. So, yeah, like all this to say, I struggle with these things too, and also the meaning making I have around that is it's like, oh, good, be upset, because guess what? Their insecurities are not my master. I heard a Leo friend, Francesca, tell me this because she said, your anxieties are not my master. I think of it as your insecurities do not have power over me. So I know sometimes when I walk into rooms, even back in Pat Med, I could feel the body language get tense and like, right? Because maybe I kick up other people's insecurities just by simply walking into a room. And now I have to fold myself in half to make other people feel taller. I'm never going to do that. And that's another thing I'm working really hard on, because 2 years ago, when I would sense that in the field, I would then go, oh, let me prove to them I'm not who they think I am.
Oh, interesting.
Let me prove it.
Yeah, I deal with that.
Yeah. Oh, do you think I'm insert adjective here?
Yeah.
No. I'm not like that. And now I'm almost reacting from the ego. I'm going to persuade. I'm going to prove that I'm not who you think I am. And it's like, I'm not here for your approval at all. So now if I see it, I clock it and I keep it the fuck moving. But I am at a stage in my personal development where other people's insecurities do not control me at all. They might bleed out on me. They might project shit out on me, but they are not getting fucking anywhere near me. I can tell you that right now. No way. No way.
So how does that connect to the invitation for everyone who's listening and thinking about the
2026 astrology? Well, clock it. You know, rather than with discretion, right? This isn't a universally applicable formula, but rather than other people's insecurities being positioned to be like, you're too much, you do this, blah, blah, blah. You just realize that's an issue, not an ishme.
Issue, not an ishme.
For real.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry someone hurt you. I'm sorry you have insecurities. Sucks. Yeah. But really get a fucking grip, because your insecurities, your anxieties, your projections are not my master. And the sooner we get into the habit of clocking a quality of like, oh, what did I do that created that? Oh, there. All right, let me repair. I'll take accountability for it. Versus I just walked in. Like I had a person tell me years ago, because I sensed there was some weird subtext in our conversation. And thankfully she finally came clean and said, oh, yeah. And I was like, what is she? Am I too loud? Am I too this? Like, what's going on? Whatever. And then at the end of the experience I shared with her, she came up to me and said, you know what it is? You remind me of my cousin. And she's really magnetic. And I played the more introverted, quiet role in my family. I watched how much attention she got, and I couldn't stand to see you get it.
Oh, wow.
And you were like, and you weren't even inviting it, you know? So, oh, good. That was an issue, not an ishme. And I think a lot of stuff that we have to identify is this an ishme or an issue? Is it the ishme of like, oh, did I interrupt? Did I bring it back to me when the person just wanted to be seen? Like, there's a lot of ways that we rupture relational connection. Absolutely. But there's a lot of ways where people just cannot regulate themselves. Yeah. And then they bleed out on you. Yeah, that's it. And I'm at a stage in my life now where like, if I catch a fucking whiff, a whiff, Julio.
Yeah, you can tell now.
Oh, right away.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of know, oh, you're mad now? Just you fucking wait. There's plenty more for you to be pissed at. So hold on to your panties, bitch. Because I got plenty more coming.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
No, I fucking love that. And I'm really trying
Because you're fire.
I'm trying to take that in. I'm breathing that in. I'm receiving that because that's what this is. Like, I'm at the very beginning of putting this out there.
You're at the beginning, and the beginning is the most terrifying because you're going to be a really uncomfortable mirror for people who would much rather, take the risk averse path, and that's fine. But you're going to kick stuff up in them simply by
doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what's sweet? Like, I did that with my family. And in some ways, people might want to protect you by like critiquing and challenging and this and that. Like my grandmother, when I told her, when I was fired from the job and from the last job that I had before I became an astrologer and I was getting unemployment, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do astrology and just, work online and see what happens. And she panicked and was just like, oh God, no, what about health insurance? What about your student loans? What about your bills? I can't lend you money. Mom and dad can't lend you money. Like, if you do this, you're in on this all on your own. And like, what's going to happen? Like, what if you just get a day job and you can just make it a hobby?
Wow.
And I was like, Graham, I hear you, but just give me 6 months. Just give me 6 months. And then when the book deal came, the last week that I got unemployment, the last motherfucking week, bitch.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, that's the divine timing.
Divine timing.
Okay.
You trusted in that moment. You had trust.
Just asked for her faith. I was like, I
for her
don't
faith.
need advice or solutions. Just have faith in me right now. Okay. Thankfully, she is a woman of faith. So she was like, all right, hon, I don't love it. I'm like, I know. But then really sweetly, she goes like, when it all came true. Wow. She was like, you know what? I don't dream big enough. Oh, she was 78 years old and told me that.
That's an aha for her. Yeah.
So it's like, I know what I kicked up in her, and she loved me. She wanted to see me safe. Other people might just wanted to see me fail, so it's not necessarily the same, but I knew what it was going to kick up. I was very aware of that. And I still do it to this day and I don't care.
Yeah. And for anyone to be courageous and brave in your life, you're going to kick up stuff.
Every day. But then here's the other thing, right? The way I look at it is it's like, you're just going to kick up stuff too if you're giving flat, monotone, dry pussy as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because bitches be insecure.
Yeah.
An incredible thinker by the name of Dr. Lisa Miller, who I love. So she has this amazing book called The Awakened Brain. A lot of us were trained to think primarily with the achieving brain.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to get this job. And there's a time and a place for that, right? Like I had to get dressed to take the C train to come to you. That's the achieving brain.
And he was late.
I was.
He was late, but that's okay because he's a celebrity.
No, bitch. I'm an astrologer who doesn't observe 24-hour time.
Okay.
I was going to arrive when Virgo was rising. No. So, oops. Time isn't real.
Stop it
now. It's a construct. And then there's the awakened brain, which is, dear God, I have these curiosities about astrology, relational psychodynamics, and Britney Spears. Please help me figure out a way.
Yeah, to make this work.
Or guide me, direct me.
Monetize this bitch.
I never said that. This bitch always trying to make me money, and I'm not complaining. Sagittarians, double the income. I remember writing down with a friend who then passed ultimately. So I feel like both she and higher power was watching. I just wanted to make sure I could pay my bills because, I didn't come from money.
No.
I still don't come from money.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be able to pay my bills.
Yeah.
And then little by little, that's exactly what happened. And, I was asking the universe to use my strengths, use my connections, and just help me serve.
And you were so faithful in that consistently over time.
Yes.
And that led to how many books?
3.
3 books.
And 1 oracle card deck. It led to a TV show. Yes. And amazing friends.
And an amazing community. I can't walk with you on the street without somebody stopping us and being like, you want to autograph Julio?
Oh, God.
No. It's Colin. It's
so
like, are
sweet.
you Queer Cosmos? Oh, my God. And I'm like, listen, $10 Venmo. I'll do a photo for you.
Yo, you really have always been that hustler. Always been that motherfucking hustler. I know.
I'll do portrait mode and
he'll
everything.
keep the fucking money.
I'll do portrait mode.
And then make me pay for the fucking nachos later. This son of a bitch.
Hello, $3. He can pay for nachos. Get out of here. I remember when you first got the opportunity to do Dancing with the Stars on Paramount Plus.
Please.
Written in the stars.
Please.
No, written in the stars.
But if the Dancing in the Stars producers are listening, I can do it too.
Oh, yes, he can. You think Robert Irwin could twerk it out? Look at this bitch. Watch this bitch. Okay, Robert Irwin ain't got nothing on him. Paramount Plus.
HBO
okay.
Max is now.
HBO Max,
Yeah,
whichever, Paramount, Play, whatever.
The streaming platforms.
Okay, yes. You were saying to me
Yes.
that one of the reasons why you were successful in your takes on those on the camera is because you had done so much practice.
Yes.
And that you had a nickname from the team. What was the nickname?
One Take Wonder, right?
One Take Wonder.
Yes.
And that you became a One Take Wonder as a function of all of the work that you had put in that compounded over time.
Correct.
On IG, getting on there and just talking to the people.
That's right. Yeah. And like that was when I was just like, oof, so thankful because we didn't have a lot of time. You know,
Right.
we're only here for a few weeks. Their time is money. Get to the point.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
I
you're
love
asking
that.
this because
I just love that because it's a lesson in compounding, like doing your work and compounding over time.
Oh, yeah.
Having your practice, doing your thing and allowing it to compound over time. And you may not know what's going to unfold,
Right.
but when it does unfold, you are ready for
I
it.
was ready. And I see your point then. Yeah. And I remembered again through the study of A Course in Miracles and other principles that if one person were to watch my video to the universe, that's no different than 5 million. Because if I can,
that's big.
it's true. Because spiritually speaking, there's only one of us here, meaning we are a part of one human collective field.
Consciousness.
Yeah, you know, Martin Luther King talks about the inescapable network of mutuality.
Yeah.
We're all in that, right? So if I could just speak to one person and make an impact, that's no different than, 5 million.
Yeah.
And I just always wanted to approach everything that I do in that way because we can never have enough followers. We can never have enough. You know how the scarcity brain works.
I know.
And to then propel that forward then meant when it really was kind of do or die.
Yeah.
And who knows how
amazing.
many people have seen that show at this point. I don't know. I was that much more prepared and practiced because I was just in it, dropped in. There we go. I'll say one last story about you. You ready?
Okay, we're going to get ready, baby. Get ready.
It's not romantic, but it was kind of.
Oh, okay.
No, actually it was. So the day we met, where did we meet? I swear to
first day we
God. Yeah. If you don't remember, I'm gonna.
The very first day
scream.
we met was at Relay for Life.
Thank you. Finally.
Which, by the way, I was helping to organize. I don't even know how that happened, but I was helping to
Of course,
organize
you got
Relay for
roped into
Life.
shit. I was 15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Put the photo up.
And in the closet, dating your friend, who I will not name because I don't want to embarrass her. Okay. And so it was that overnight
Yeah, it was
Relay for Life.
Relay for Life.
Yes.
Wow, that was a time.
That was a time.
That was
Yeah.
a time.
And there was a lot of lead up and warm up to. Everybody was like, "Oh, just wait to meet Julio. He's such a personality."
Really? People were
yeah.
saying that?
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
And they were like, "We think he's gay, but we're not sure." And then I was like, "What makes you say that?" Because I'm still in the closet.
Oh, shit.
Right. I was like, I never said like, "Yeah, as long as you doesn't hit on me." I never went that far, but I was like, "What makes you say that?" Right. I was curious, lean in. And so I got a lot of like lead up about you. And then there was karaoke. Do you remember this part and what song I sang?
No.
Okay, so this is when I knew, I think I have destiny with this man. We sang My Heart Will Go On.
Oh,
Remember?
my gosh. Yeah, My Heart Will Go On.
And then I don't sing, so I was just doing the rhythmic dancing, and I
Yeah.
decided to be the waves of the,
Oh,
of the North Atlantic.
God.
So I was just doing a lot of this and like, I was just trying, I was letting the water take over me, honey. Okay.
Stop
Gay
it.
as can be. And somehow dating this girl.
I do remember that.
And then I was like in my world, not paying attention. And I looked at you because I was on the stage. You were in the field looking up. And you pointed at me and you were like, "Look at this guy." And I saw this smile on your face. it was weird because I felt very acknowledged by that. And I was like, son of a bitch, he's onto me. He's onto me. And it's weird because there's such like a paradoxical thing about being in the closet, which is like, you have to hide.
Yeah.
Hide. And you found me.
Yeah.
You found me when I was dancing to My Heart Will Go On. Because the other girls
and you
didn't.
picked up, yeah. But
well, maybe they did, but they were oblivious.
But
I'm going to go with they were oblivious. They had no idea.
Yeah,
you found me.
Yeah,
you knew, and I only wanted to be around you for the rest of the night. And you know, I think we all remember growing up gay, like who was the first one that found us out, that connected to us, and I just really remember that energy and wanting to be around you all the time. And that's what I wanted to say. Was, and I remember, it's like seared in my brain. I remember the lighting of the track on you. I remember the way that horrible stage was lit. And here we are. 21 years later.
That's wild.
I think it was 21 years ago.
Well, my favorite part of all this, but by the way, he's been on the show before. You were one of the first few, episode 3 or 4, and it was one of the most listened to episodes. And people loved the dynamic. They loved the fact that we were chatting and connecting. They loved to be able to see a relationship model that isn't stuck with resentment and hatred towards each other. Because far too many of us, when a relationship doesn't work out for whatever myriad of reasons, we harbor so much negative energy, and then that lives in
we
metastasis.
have every reason to.
Yes. Well, my mom says that all the time. They had every reason to, and still they're friends. That's a model. You know?
Shout out to Galen once again.
She always says that. We had every reason to. Never talk to each other again, to hate each other.
And I did say I went to North Carolina to see my parents for New Year's. And I was like, honestly though, like the way you have completely turned your life around, not that it was going someplace dangerous, but you know, we're in our 20s, we're learning, whatever. And I was like, you have my absolute utmost respect, honestly, just through the roof, beyond. And I feel like you tell the truth and own your truth in a way that is exceedingly rare. And I just couldn't stop singing of your praises at that house, because I think of you a lot when I'm in that house, because you used to surprise me there, you stayed there. And I just think our story, though very complex, long, hard, it's all holy now. It's just really like, wow, you know, we loved each other so much, so fearlessly, so flawlessly, and so with flaws too. I meant. And
flawfully,
come on,
flawfully, and that's okay. And that's the journey of life.
Yeah, that's. I think when you love somebody, that's what happens.
That's right.
You're just gonna act like an imbecile sometimes.
That's right.
And myself included.
Yes.
And I really. Like, I think our story is one of the many reasons why I'm proud to be gay, because of how much we loved each other. And I do sometimes when I see heated rivalry, I'm like, I don't need to watch this, because
you know this. Yeah, you lived through this. Yeah, I love that. Well, I'm taking applications for additional husbands. I think I'm going to do 5 or 10. So if you want to join, you can apply. No, I'm kidding.
I'll be a part of the screening process, and all I need is their exact time of birth. Date. I'm gonna do that. Okay.
This is great. It's been nice having you on the couch.
Likewise.
This is wonderful. The first of many.
Seriously.
The second of many.
Right. Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, bitches.
Bye. If you want to learn more about Queer Cosmos, where can they find you?
QueerCosmos.com.
And you can watch Written in the Stars.
Yes.
Okay, and Paramount Plus in the UK.
Yes, buy my books, Student Loans.
What are the books called?
A little bit of astrology, Queer Cosmos, and Gemini.
Damn.
And my deck is called Star-Crossed.
Star-Crossed.
And an astrological love and romance oracle.
You didn't bring it?
No.
That motherfucker.
I know, he told me. I
told him to sign it and give me a free one. Well, this shit better go viral.
That's right.
All
Bye.
Right. Bye. That's it for our show this week, everyone. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you're enjoying the content. It helps us grow. This show is edited and produced by Ricky Gutton, and the music is by Nick Deutsch. If something in here landed for you, shoot me a note. I want to hear about it. The handle is @Let's Go with Julio. Have a great day, y'all. Let's go.